Well, if you broke up with her, don't code. So there's a Hall sensor on here. I don't know if you're familiar with a Hall sensor. I already explained it, but basically it sends us signal every time this magnet here passes it. So right now, through the Arduino, our input is about 510, and then as soon as the sensor passes by there, it drops to 1. And then as soon as the magnet moves, it goes back up to 510. So essentially it's 510 all the time, and then it hits 1 and then it jumps back up. What I want to do is, I want to be able to control, this is just basic for tomorrow because I have no time, control the translation of the bike on the z-axis with this data that we're getting here. So my original thought was to watch for when it jumps down to 1 and then have an if statement. If pin input, which is with the Arduino, if the input is below 3, then we will send out a command to transform the bike on the z-axis forward. Just simple stuff, like just not smooth, not anything, just transform it a little bit. The only problem is, well, that worked. I was able to get that to work. So every time the magnet passes by, it moves a little bit. Problem is, the magnet does not stay on it. So if I held the magnet here in front of the sensor, it would move forward all the time. It would just continue to move forward, which is what we want. However, since the bike is always moving, I thought maybe we could come up with some sort of code that allows it to keep going forward even though the magnet's not hovering over it. And so I found this piece of code here. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense. I'm terrible at explaining this. This piece of code here, which is we're calling a function which will return values. Right, so this is my thought process.